Hey everyone, it's Chantel. Today I want to go over 8 tips I have for you when you're headed to the boat show. Boat show is one of my favorite times of year. It's so much fun, it's so exciting. We have all the boats in one place. We're all inside, even though it's freezing outside. It's just such a cool experience. Even just to walk around, even if you're not going with the intent to buy a boat, just to be there and feel kind of the vibe of it is so much fun. But if you are going to buy a boat, it can be really overwhelming. There's so much going on, there's so much to see, so many dealers, it can be really stressful. And so I put together a list of 8 tips that I have when you're headed into the boat show, just to hopefully make it an easier and more fun buying experience for you. Tip number 1, do your research. Know which brands you want to look at ahead of time. I mean, have an open mind. When you go in, you may see something you never thought of, but know which brands you definitely want to see, and know the dealers attached to those brands. If you know you specifically want to see this model of this make and this is the dealer, reach out ahead of time. Maybe make an appointment with them so they make sure that they're ready for you and they can show you exactly what you're looking for right away. Tip number 2, know what kind of boater you are. It's important to think about this before you get to the show, how you use your boat. Do you want the biggest, best sound system? Do you have a huge family and you want comfortable space for everybody to sit? Do you have a ton of gear and you need a lot of storage? Identifying these things ahead of time can really help you to narrow your focus and not feel so overwhelmed by how many boat choices you're gonna see at the boat show. Tip number 3, take a lap. When you very first get to the boat show, it can be so tempting to just go jump in the first boat you see, end up talking to somebody and you're there for an hour, and then you jump in another boat and you're in that one for an hour, and before you know it, you've spent 4 hours there and you've only seen 3.5 boats. So make a lap, see where everything is, get the lay of the land a little bit, make sure that you make note of, okay, we definitely want to go back and look at this boat. Oh, we saw that one online, we really want to see that one. And then you can go back and spend as much time as you want in each one, but you know where everything is and you make sure you don't miss anything. Tip number 4, beware of boat show features. I swear, every manufacturer puts things in their boats purely to make them look good either at the boat show or in the showroom. And it's really easy to get fixated on one specific item that you see in the showroom and not really think about, man, is this even really functional? Are we ever even gonna use this on the water? To me, a really good example of that is the removable tables. They look really cool at the show when they're already set up, but 9 times out of 10, when people order that option, they use it one time and then it just becomes something you have to store on your boat. These are the types of features that are so easy to get fixated on, and you think it's such a cool feature and we'd use this all the time, and any boat that doesn't have it, no, we're not even gonna look at it. But I would reference back to that list that you made before you got to the boat show. If it wasn't on your list and it wasn't important to you before you walked in, odds are it's not gonna be that important after you leave. Tip number 5, explore the boat. You're probably gonna be inside of a boat with a salesperson, and they're definitely gonna be showing you features and things that they want you to see, but don't be afraid to take that time to open up compartments and sit all around the boat. Go up in the bow, sit in the captain's chair, mess with the computer system a little bit, get to know that boat and really explore it, and so you can think about, this is how I use a boat, this totally makes sense for me. If you have a huge crew of people normally, try to get as many people that are around, sales staff, to come jump in the boat with you so you can get an idea of what it would feel like with a crew that is your size. Take pictures, take notes, really use that time to get a sense for what that boat would be like if it was yours. Tip number 6, come ready to spend money. If you are going to the boat show for the specific purpose of buying a boat for next season, be ready to put a deposit down. If you feel like there's a lot of pressure while you're at the show from salespeople to put money down at the show, it's because there is. It is really beneficial to the dealership and to the salesperson, but it is also really beneficial to you as a buyer. If you lock in a build spot or an order early enough, you're gonna make sure that it has time to be built with the exact colors and the exact options that you want before the summer even starts. If you wait too long, you may be pushed back a few months, and then you're gonna lose a big chunk of your season waiting for your new boat. Tip number 7, get out on the water. You're at the boat show, you've put your deposit down, you've chosen your boat and your model and everything, but before you actually confirm anything, the next step is driving the boat on the water. This is super important because it's gonna feel completely different when you're actually using it than it felt in the showroom or at the boat show. If you have a dealer who is discouraging you from driving a boat, that's a huge red flag. Even if they don't have that specific model, they probably have something similar that they could take you out on, just so you can get a feel for what it would be like. Tip number 8, have fun. Boating is fun. Buying a boat should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't feel overwhelming. And if at any point it starts to feel that way, take a step back. Leave the boat show. Come back the next day. It's a really big decision, but it's a fun decision, and it shouldn't turn into anything other than that. Those are my tips for having a fun and successful boat show. What are you most excited about seeing at your boat show this year? I'd love to hear that in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I'll be at the Portland Boat Show and the Seattle Boat Show, so if you're at either one of those, swing by and say hi. I'd love to meet you. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you on the water.